Alright, let's do this. Hello people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good. What? And to you Steam Deck fans again, what's up with it? Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's up with it? The Steam Deck Squad, what's good? Alright, now, what do we got for you guys? You Steam Deck nerds. Gotta maintain my consistency here. You know, and this keep my momentum and my consistency going. Alright, now what do we have for you people here? Okay, it says Steam Deck beta update now shows the drive picker when installing games. And then there's one here that Steam Deck gets a few extra fixes in beta. And then this one talks about the Steam Deck pushes Linux to its highest share on Steam in years. I think I missed this one, but I'll try to go over it. Plus, there's a video link for this article, and another video link for this article. See if I got another one for this one, and another video link for this article. So I'll put all three links in the description box. All right. Says here, Steam Deck beta updates now always show the drive picker when installing games. It says Valve has pushed out another small but very useful update to Steam Deck client beta. Here's a run over what changed this time, including how you install games. This update is available in the beta and preview branches. To change, you can go into settings and system Steam update channel, and it's here's the updates. It says when installing a game, always show the install icon picker if there's more than one library folder, and automatic focus on default library folder when the dialog shows up. Fix issues when Steam would be unable to connect to some games after suspend and /resume. Fix issues where the main window would close and then be reloaded when selecting a friend in previous or recent played, when selecting a guide in a game community feed, when selecting the download label on a game detail page. It says desktop mode, center the pop-up controller configurator window when viewing controller layout. Fix the old version of big picture mode opening when hitting the Steam guide button on the Steam window. Fix recent played games not showing up in recent game shelf in libraries. And it says here there's a video for this, so I will leave the link in the description box. Now the other article is this: Steam Deck gets a few extra fixes in beta. Say Valve released another small beta update last night, which pulls in a new useful sounding fix for Steam Deck. This is available in beta and preview. To change over, you can find in settings and Steam's Steam update channel. Here's what changed: add error dialog for when the user click on a Melito link. Set scale for startup movies so that the top and bottom of the movies are cropped for 16:9 ratio in dock mode. Fix issue in desktop mode that someone made it difficult to drag the friends list. Fix the graph for third-party Nintendo Switch controller while streaming. Fix inaccurate location for context menus for a friends list in desktop mode. Fix a bug that could prevent existing offline mode in the same reason where the client entered offline mode. Then it says that in case you miss it, I did a little video on Battlefield 1 on Steam Deck recently, and I was quite impressed overall on how it runs, and it's pretty fun. So I'll try to leave the link in the description box of that article. Now, the last one is this. Let's see here. It's talking about the Steam Deck pushes Linux, shares to pushes their shares in New Year's. It says here a fresh month, which means a new Steam Deck hardware software server is out. Looking over October 2022 data, it appears we've hit a fresh high point. I missed this article. I didn't see this one. It says at the end of October, Linux hit 1.28 on Steam against 2.23 on Mac OS and 96.50 on Windows. Going overall Steam tracker, we've seen track the Linux user share for a few years. It is the highest it seems in over 4 years. Still tiny compared with Windows, of course, but it's some clear, steady progress. Then it says here the growth at the moment is largely thanks to the Steam Deck, which you probably already guessed. That's much is clear when looking over Linux specific data page on the Steam survey, which shows these as top Linux distributions. Steam OS Halo 64-bit 28.9% at 7.4, 94%. Ubuntu 22.4.1 LTS 64-bit 12.8% dash 0.21%. Arch Linux 64-bit 9.12% dash 1.45%. Manjaro Linux 64-bit 6.92% and 0.88%. FreeDesktop.org SDK 22.8. Flatpak runtime, that's in parentheses, says 64-bit 5.71% plus 0.90%. Others 40.99-2%. So it says here Steam, at least going by that list on the face value, is the most popular. Steam OS is the most popular Linux distribution for gamers on Steam by a wide margin. There are two caveats, being we don't know exactly what in the other category, which could be full of various forms of Ubuntu that could push it to the top when added together. When checking further in GPU list for Linux, the growth is clear, with noting that AMD custom GPU 045, then it says in parentheses the Steam Deck has hit a 25.1%, then in parentheses says 7.94%. I should note that all as well that the GPU still doesn't even know that the GPU still doesn't even show up when filtering to just Windows, and it's so clear that the vast majority of gamers on Steam Deck are sticking with Steam OS, which goes to show just how good it is as an experience overall. So basically, in a nutshell, these updates improve the Steam Deck performance-wise and fix a lot of areas that needed to be fixed. Now, as far as the graph shows about the Steam Deck improving the Linux gaming community, Linux needed that. Linux needed that, and they needed like a push or a sigh of relief or fresh air to like maintain some presence in the gaming community. So the Steam Deck now by Valve using Arch Linux is responsible for that, and they're using Steam OS as the main operating system. So thanks to Valve, the Steam Deck brought life back into the Linux gaming, and you're seeing games that were Windows based now playable on the Linux desktop and Steam Deck, which is good. So the Linux gaming community is alive and well now thanks to the Steam Deck, and Valve has been updating the Steam Deck on a constant basis. Updates just coming in left or right, and it makes the gameplay experience on a Linux desktop and a Steam Deck better. They just released FSR 2.1, so that should improve a whole lot improve a whole lot of gaming experience on the Steam Deck and Linux desktop. So they're working. They're working. It's good to see that the Linux community can play some of the games that Windows can play. I mean, there's 8 billion people on the earth, and not everybody, people are gonna have their choices and their platforms, what they like, and it's good that the gaming community, the Linux gaming, the Steam Deck brought life into that area, you know. And the good thing about the Steam Deck is you can install both Windows and Linux, you know, in a dual boot to play games on the Steam Deck on the go. So Steam Deck right now, it's doing pretty well, man. All Valve has to do now is maintain their momentum, maintain their consistency, their pace, their speed, and their tempo in this video game world, because video games is very high maintenance, and they have to come out with their latest drivers and latest updates, and for the Steam Deck and the Linux gaming community, and things should get better from there. But if they don't, then they could fall off, you know. So they have to stay on top of this if they want to maintain a presence in this video game world, because that's what Microsoft has been doing, you know, staying consistent, you know, with their OS and their updates and everything, you know, and you know, and that's why they're so relevant. So I mean, even when they came out with Game Pass, Microsoft been on it. They've been on it constantly, you know, and you see the results. You know, they're benefiting from it. So Valve now with the Steam Deck, they have to do the same. They can't just sit there and just get flat-footed and be like, and don't do anything. It's good that they open a line of communications, but now you got to keep coming in with those updates for all those games. Whenever a problem comes up, you got to have the every time you come out with a Steam OS update, you got to come out with a big update to fix both platforms, whether it's the desktop or the Steam Deck, and keep the Linux gaming community moving. So that's what they're gonna have to do. Come out with updates every week, which, you know, for the Steam Deck, you know, and keep that line of communication open, you know, and then go on from there. But other than that, Steam Deck is good, you know. I mean, the Linux community is benefiting too, you know. The Linux community is benefiting because there's so many distros, and they're always on it, you know, coming up with something, working on new updates, new patches, new everything, man, you know, to keep the Linux community moving, you know, and the Steam Deck. So yeah, that's how it is, man. When it comes to these operating systems and these consoles, you know, I mean, I learned that from I mean, the Xbox One taught me so much, man. I remember when I got it, I'm sitting here on 1 terabyte thinking that everything was good. Then I got to find out that 1 terabyte on an Xbox One is a joke, because the way the updates were coming in, for every game that you buy, for every app that you use, updates are like this coming in. So yeah, it's the same with the Steam Deck, man. So Valve has to stay on top of this and just keep the ball moving, keep bringing new life into the Steam Deck, man, and the Linux gaming community will get even bigger. Anyway, latest video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing for Dark Side. Go. Peace.